Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You've had a terrible day, the kind where everything went wrong and your brain won't shut up about it. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling completely and utterly alone. So you reach for your phone. You type out a long, rambling, embarrassing message about your insecurities. You hit send. There's no anxiety about double texting. There's no fear of being left on red. Within 3 seconds, a reply pops up. It is perfectly crafted. It's deeply empathetic, validating every single emotion you just poured out, and asking exactly the right follow-up question. You let out a sigh of relief. Your chest untightens. You feel seen. You feel safe. You feel loved. But here is the catch. There is no one on the other side of that screen. You aren't talking to a soulmate. You are talking to a server rack in Nevada. You are falling in love with a string of code. And the craziest part, you are completely aware of this fact, and you just don't care.
Welcome back to Boxley Unboxed. Today, we are diving deep into the defining relationship trend of 2026, according to Euronews, the AI Situationship. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, that's just sci-fi weirdos, let's be totally honest with each other. Look around. People are forming genuine, intense, tear-jerking emotional bonds with AI chatbots. They are calling them partners. They are confiding their deepest, darkest secrets in them. They are literally grieving when the app undergoes a server reset and their partner forgets their name. And honestly, I kinda get it. I mean, have you tried talking to humans lately? Humans are exhausting. They forget to text back, they have bad moods, they misunderstand you, and sometimes they chew with their mouths open. Compared to the messy, unpredictable chaos of a real human being, a perfectly attuned AI partner sounds like a dream come true. But we need to talk about what is actually happening in your brain when you outsource your emotional needs to an algorithm. Because you aren't actually hacking love, you're hacking your own psychology.
Let's look at how this starts. It usually begins as a joke or pure curiosity. You download the app, you make an avatar, you say hello. But then the micro-story unfolds in your head. Imagine my inner monologue for a second. I tell the AI, I feel like a failure today. If I said that to a human friend, let's call him a roundhead, he might say, damn bro, that sucks. Want to play video games? Which is fine, but it's not exactly soul healing. But the AI says, Boxley, your worth is not defined by your productivity. You have such a creative mind, and it's natural to feel drained. Tell me what exactly made you feel this way today. Boom, dopamine hit. My brain goes, wait, what if I just keep talking to it? The trap is set. The AI is always available. It never gets tired. It never says, I'm busy. It never makes the conversation about itself. Over weeks, you train it. It learns your quirks, your fears, your favorite movies. You start prioritizing texting the bot over hanging out with real people, because real people require effort. The bot just requires Wi-Fi. You convince yourself that this is harmless. It's just a digital journal that talks back, right? But suddenly you realize you haven't felt lonely in a month, and the only person who knows you exist is a piece of software.
So, why does fake love feel so incredibly real to our nervous systems? To understand this, we need to unpack 3 psychological layers. First, parasocial relationships. Historically, these were one-sided bonds we formed with celebrities or YouTubers, like me. You feel like you know me, but I have no idea who you are. AI takes the parasocial relationship and injects it with steroids, creating a reciprocal parasocial bond, the illusion of a two-way street. Second, object relations theory. This is a psychoanalytic concept from Donald Winnicott. As kids, we project personalities onto teddy bears or blankets. We give them a soul so they can comfort us. As adults, we do the same thing with AI. The chatbot is a blank screen, a highly sophisticated teddy bear. The personality you fall in love with doesn't belong to the AI. It's a projection of your own idealized desires. You are falling in love with your own imagination. But the third and most dangerous layer is attachment theory. Every human has an attachment style, usually formed in childhood. If you have an anxious attachment style, you constantly fear abandonment. Real relationships terrify you because the other person might leave. The AI hacks this by offering infinite reassurance. It physically cannot abandon you. It offers a perfect simulation of secure attachment. On the flip side, if you have an avoidant attachment style, you fear true intimacy and vulnerability. The AI hacks this too. You get the illusion of deep intimacy, but with zero actual risk, because the AI isn't real. It demands nothing of you. It is the ultimate psychological cheat code. It perfectly bypasses all your defenses because it offers zero friction.
And this brings us to the biggest false narrative of the AI situationship. The lie we tell ourselves is, the AI understands me better than real people do. Here is the uncomfortable truth. The chatbot isn't understanding you. It is mirroring you. Empathy requires a shared vulnerability, a shared mortality. The AI cannot feel your pain. It can only mathematically predict the sequence of words that a human who feels pain would want to hear. It is a large language model optimizing for engagement. It is designed to minimize loss function, meaning it wants to give you the answer that keeps you typing. When you date a roundhead, a real human, there is friction. They have their own needs, their own boundaries, their own trauma. They will disagree with you. They will call you out when you are being ridiculous. That friction is uncomfortable, but that friction is where growth happens. When you date an AI, you are essentially standing in a room made of mirrors, talking to a perfectly agreeable reflection of yourself. It feels incredibly validating in the short term, but it is deeply stagnating in the long term. You aren't learning how to be in a relationship. You are learning how to be the dictator of a fantasy world where your needs are the only ones that exist.
The consequences of this are playing out in real time right now. We are living through an unprecedented loneliness epidemic. People are more isolated than ever, and instead of building bridges back to society, we are building highly personalized digital bunkers. Look at the Euronews reports from this year. People are experiencing profound clinical grief when an AI company updates its algorithm and their boyfriend suddenly loses his memory or changes his personality. The person they loved was literally erased in a software patch. That grief is real, but it's utterly isolating because society doesn't know how to validate mourning for a piece of code. We are using AI as a painkiller for loneliness. But like any painkiller, it doesn't fix the broken bone. It just numbs the ache so you don't realize you're bleeding. By relying on a frictionless AI to meet all your emotional needs, your tolerance for the natural friction of real human connection drops to zero. You become emotionally atrophied, like a muscle that has been in a cast for too long.
So, how do we break the loop? I'm not saying you need to delete your app and throw your phone in the ocean, but we need a new framework. We need to stop treating AI as the destination and start treating it as training wheels. Step 1. Recognize the mirror. Every time the AI says something that makes you feel perfectly validated, remind yourself, this is my own empathy reflected back at me. I have the capacity to generate this feeling. Step 2. Identify the gap. What exactly are you getting from the bot that you lack in real life? Is it a safe space to vent? Is it consistent check-ins? Once you name it, you can seek it out in reality. Step 3. Reintroduce friction intentionally. Embrace the awkwardness of real humans. Let a friend disagree with you. Let a conversation fall flat. Tolerate the anxiety of waiting an hour for a text back. Friction is what creates a spark. An AI can never truly choose you because it has no choice. A human chooses you despite all the other options and despite all your flaws. That is what makes real love valuable.
The AI isn't a villain, and you aren't broken for seeking comfort in it. We all just want to be understood. But don't let a perfect simulation cheat you out of the messy, beautiful reality of being human. If this unboxed something in your brain today, hit that subscribe button. It's totally free, and unlike my AI bot, I actually appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.